Top of the morning to you laddies, my name hey guys, I'm back. Pardon me thinking I was Jacksepticeye, but anyways, you're probably wondering where I've been. Long story short, moving. Twice. But anyway, with my return, I decided not to return to PVZ2. Instead, it's Pokemon. Now you're probably wondering what generation of Pokemon, and the answer is none of them. If you saw the thumbnail, you already know what it is. That's right, today we're going to be playing the spin-off game found on mobile phones and Nintendo Switch, Pokémon Quest. Now, I've actually played this game before. I played it on Nintendo Switch and I never finished it. And this is my first time playing it on my phone, so let's jump in. And the story of the game is basically go to this ancient island and get some treasure. But I mean, come on. Who doesn't like treasure? We just have to make sure that certain little green creatures don't try to steal our treasure. And I think you know what gold-loving creatures I'm talking about. But anyway, the game begins with this Pokeball drone called Moby breaking down. But it's all good, cause he just restarts himself. What's up, Moby?
Good morning, Gavin. Here's the news for today.
Sorry, Moby, but I'm not interested in the news right now. I want to explore this island.
Understood. Begin scouting Tumbletube Island. Stand by. I have no recorded data of this island. Guidance will be necessary.
Okay, wait, Moby, where'd you go?
There appear to be some Pokemon nearby that live on this island. They should be familiar with the island's landscape. Why not befriend one of them so they can show us the way?
I see. Sounds like a good plan. Let's try it out. And from there, I chose my favorite Pokemon, Charmander.
Maybe we should have chosen Squirtle. I heard he was better.
Well, Moby, it's simply because Charmander's my favorite Pokemon.
Understood. Let our adventure begin.
And so the game's tutorial level begins. Charmander's first challenge was a single Rattata that he easily defeated with basic attacks. But then immediately after that, we unlock moves for Charmander, the first being Scratch and the other being Fire Spin. And I actually found Scratch to be way more powerful than Fire Spin, at least in this first world. No, seriously, watch what he does to the Pidgey. Granted, I did use Scratch and Fire Spin at the same time right there, but still. Anyway, the first level ends with a boss fight against Big Rattata. Real creative, I know. But Charmander was able to absolutely destroy him. And that was it for the tutorial level. And then the game introduces us to power charms. Long story short, they're just little stone things that make your Pokemon stronger in some way. And then it was time to head into the first proper level. This one was very similar to the tutorial level, except it ends with us fighting a giant Meowth. That's right! Who ended up being super easy. That's not right! And then we unlocked some ingredients? Moby, please explain.
We found some ingredients it looks like we can cook with. If we cook something, it should attract some Pokemon.
Okay, I guess I'll give it a try here. What should I choose? I'll go with some mushrooms, some berries, and one acorn. One cooking cycle later, and we have some new friends. Those new friends being Rattata and Pidgey. Aw, thanks for joining me, guys. I know I just beat up a bunch of your friends, but thanks anyway. And so I left some stew a-cookin' and continued the adventure. And thus, in level 2, Charmander was no longer a solo. Pidgey's Gust move is good, but Focus Energy from Rattata doesn't seem to do anything. This level ended with a boss fight against the most useful Pokemon of all time, Kakuna. Look at how slow he is. It's beautiful. Oh, and there were some Caterpies. Didn't really make much of a difference though. He was super easy. Hold on guys, Moby's calling me. Hello?
At this rate, we might run out of supplies. If we'd like, we can connect to the shop to get more.
Well, unfortunately for you, Moby, all I did was receive my PM tickets and leave the shop. So we'll have to check it out next video. Level 3 was Bird Central. There were Pidgeys and Sparrows everywhere. And a shock appearance from a Growlithe? Oh, I wonder what he's doing here with all these birds. Anyway, the boss of this level was a big Pidgeotto. Maybe they should call him Bigioto. He was the most difficult boss yet. He managed to take out Charmander and Rattata. Thankfully, Pidgey survived long enough for Charmander to respawn. And from there, we blew up this big frickin' bird. And then we unlocked the final boss of World 1. But first, we went to check back on the Mulligan stew. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. The stew was finished and our new friend was Staryu, and I decided to replace Rattata with him, mainly because Rattata's the weakest one we have. And it was finally time for the final boss of World 1. it was a whole nother flock of birds, including an appearance from Doduo. Well, actually this time there were some Rattatas. And the final boss of World 1 was a giant fat Raticate, who surprisingly wasn't actually that hard. He just took really long to go down. And with that, we unlocked this world's... what is that?
This is one of the symbols of this island, the prolific statue.
Well, with that, World 1 was completed. And then surprisingly, World 2 and 3 were unlocked. So I'm gonna hold a poll in the community tab and ask you guys which world you want to see next. Before I left, I decided to leave a stew a-cookin'. Tune in to part 2 when it comes out to see what Pokemon show up. And don't forget to check the community tab on my channel to vote for which world I should play next. Moby, you do the outro.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to Gavin's channel. See you guys next time. Have a good day.